Hey, what's up, fam? Amongst many things, obviously, that as a big fanboy and somebody who really loves fairy tales, my favorite manga. After we got the dragon gods, who are all as strong as Acnologia, I'm gonna assume though when Elefseri did that, he was referring to Acnologia prior to him eating the ravines of time, because I feel like if they were as strong as him post, then there's no way he'd be able to really do anything about the five of them without it. I don't know. I'm gonna assume, obviously that he, when he was referring to it, he meant normal Acnologia, not ravines of time, consumed Acnologia. But with these new dragons and the dragon eaters and whatever the fuck Toka ends up being, who will end up being the new kind of god tier of the fairy tale series? Who will stand at the top at the end when this is all over, when the last chapter truly does come out after however many spin-offs and sequels Hiromashima wants to do. Hopefully it goes on for a long time, but will there be anybody above Ravines of Time and Acnologia? Will any of these five dragon gods end up being above that? Will something happen to where maybe there are more weapons and more powers that can stand up to the Ravines of Time? Are we going to get more crazy stuff? Obviously, I think there will be, just because I know Hiroshima has been getting way more into like cosmic stuff from comic books and movies. So, like, we already saw that in Eden Zero. Maybe he'll end up doing that with Fairy Tail, get some crazy ass shit in there. But until we get maybe some names, the only one I could really think of is if we find out more about Ankh-Saram, if we're ever going to see him. I know some people say, like, Hiroshima said we'll probably never see Ankh-Saram. He also said we weren't going to get a sequel. After Fairy Tail ended, we end up getting the sequel. Maybe we will get Ankh-Saram somewhere down the line. We'll get to see this dark god that cursed Seraph and really put most of Fairy Tail series into motion. I think it'd be pretty cool to see him, see what a god of Fairy Tail is kind of capable of. The most we've seen is the war gods, which aren't, they seem more like deities, kind of like worshipped, but not kind of in that god status. And obviously Kronos is close, very powerful, but only in the means of stopping time, which obviously time is a very powerful ability to be able to control. But with Ankh-Saram seems like he'd be more like Mother from Eden Zero, as this cosmic being, someone extremely powerful if they're able to do these super curses just, all willy-nilly like and put them on people. We'll find out. Find out soon. Hopefully, if Ankh-Saram exists, I feel like it's an obvious forward point to go with Fairy Tale of bringing somebody in stronger than Acnologia, stronger than the Ravines of Time consumed Acnologia, someone who would be like, who's this guy? How is this guy so much more powerful? Without needing to have some explanation and build up. There's obviously a bunch of stuff they could do, like I said, with what I was correct with the five dragon gods of there being some like super elder gods that were, hushed away that people don't talk about. I was correct on that. Take that to anybody who didn't believe me when I told me I was a dummy, but I ended up getting it. But yeah, don't mean to brag too much. But what I mean is when you have a villain and you can say like, how is this guy stronger, and explain him out, or Ankh-Saram seems to just be like if he showed up and it was like, yeah, I can flick Ravines of Time, consumed Acnologia out of existence. He's nothing to me. It would be one of those characters. It's really the only character. You'd be like, yeah, that makes sense. That's Ankh-Saram. He's so strong. Or Ankh-Salam, as it says in the panel. I always thought Saram was closer. I remember the description of it. I could be wrong. Whatever it is when he shows up, regardless of if it's Saram or Salam, whatever. Once we get it, that'll be the deciding factor if we get them. So until then, just tell me what you think about if we end up getting one of these dragon gods being above them, if it ends up being the leader of Diablos, the dragon eaters, if it ends up being Toka or somebody different altogether, what we'll find out. Until then, though, yeah. Hopefully, if you're subscribed to my channel already, I thank you very much. If you aren't, I'd appreciate it if you would subscribe. I'm going through some stupid shit with YouTube taking my main channel down because of a mass false flagging by people who have already false flagged me and been caught false flagging me before. So until I hear back from YouTube, I'm going to be on the second channel. I'll put a link of my Twitter in the description of of where to go if you want to, keep up to date on the news for my channel and what's going to be going on. But otherwise, thank you very much for listening. Bye.